Perspective, adversity, and opportunity. Recently, I was asked to give a talk to a local varsity sports team before their tournaments began. And I thought about what I wanted to say to that group of young people and related around my experience in business, right? Different audience. And I thought about these three themes: perspective, adversity, and opportunity. For perspective, this is something that I like to keep in mind, that I talk to my kids about, I talk to people in our company about. Whenever we're facing a big decision or something big happening with the company, I like to put it into perspective. Meaning, what happens if this doesn't go our way? Or what's the big picture of what we're working on, right? If we lose a deal, if we're after this a good sized deal and we lose it, will it keep us from our goals that we want to achieve for the year or for 2 or 3 years down the road? No, of course not. No one deal ever keeps us from our goals, right? So we have to keep it in perspective when we're working on something like that. I remember a number of years ago, the first time that we went through a process with Service Express to look for outside investors. And I remember being just outside of Times Square and running a little bit late, having to have a quick lunch. So I'm eating a hot dog from a hot dog stand just outside of Times Square, and I'm getting ready to go up and present our company up on, I don't know what floor it was like the 70th floor of a building down in that way. And I thought to myself, how did I get here? How did a kid from Central Michigan with a teaching degree, a sales guy, get in this position? I'm gonna go pitch our company to outside investors in New York City up in this large building. And I just thought to myself, like, I just kind of chuckled, and I remember thinking, I don't know if they're gonna like us or not, but if they don't, I think somebody else probably will. So let's just keep it in perspective, go up there, do our best, have fun with it, and see what happens. And although that particular group of investors did not end up investing in us, we found a great partner somewhere else and had a great outcome with them. So just in big moments, I try to keep things in perspective. And then I think about adversity, right? And I think about embracing adversity and expecting adversity, right? And so you can't go through life, run an organization, playing sports, doing anything in life, and expect that everything's going to go your way all the time. It just does not happen that way. You know that, right? And so I think those who handle adversity the best, those who expect it, embrace it, and react to it the right way, have a leg up on any competition that they're facing. And so that's going to come at you all the time in many different ways. And those who react best handle it best. And I just read an article. We talk about Fail Forward a lot here. It's a book actually by John Maxwell that I would recommend about learning from mistakes and failures, failing forward, and then applying those lessons and being better. I mean, we've built the whole company here on that. And I also read one called About Failing Fast from a former college athlete who talked about, she played college basketball, and she talked about failing fast. If you had a turnover, getting back on defense as fast as you can. Like, especially in a game like basketball, you don't have time to hang your head and dwell upon it. You got to react and get back. Don't let one mistake turn into two. Don't let a turnover turn into an easy bucket by not getting back on defense. And it's the same thing in business. If you're going to fail fast, fail forward, learn from it. We all know we can't make all the same mistakes all the time. You have to learn from your mistakes, right? But fail fast, fail forward, and move on. And that's how winning is done. And that's how we've built the entire company here at Service Express. And then I talked about seizing the opportunity, right? Life will present some pretty awesome, amazing opportunities for you. And don't be afraid to go for them, right? Go for it. Take advantage of it. Do it. Don't be afraid to fail. People sometimes don't seize the opportunities because they're afraid. What if I fail? What will people think about me if I fail? Will I be embarrassed? Like, nobody really cares. That's perspective too. Nobody really cares about what you're doing. If you fail, they're not paying that close of attention. I failed a bunch of times, and we don't really talk about that much. My friends don't talk about it much unless they're making fun of me and we're laughing about it. That's the other thing. Your failures turn into, like, usually your funniest stories. At work, we talk about lessons learned. Again, we joke about some different things, but we really don't focus on the failures. We focus on the learning and the outcomes and where we're at now and the successes we've had. And so, when you have that opportunity in front of you, seize it. So keep it in perspective, expect and embrace adversity, and seize that opportunity. Do those three things and watch how life opens up for you.